Hi everyone, to our City Church family, others watching, welcome. This is what I'm calling a mini meditation, a brief reflection on Scripture to help us process what we're all continuing to go through. But first, a shout out of solidarity to New Yorkers. You guys are having to bear disproportionately the coronavirus right now, and our hearts break. A couple of my friends have contracted the virus, and others of you have had to endure the ravages of 9/11, and now this. It's just too much. And at City Church, we're standing with you, we're praying for you. Now, a brief reflection on two verses from the Old Testament book of Joshua, chapter 1, verses 8 and 9. First thing to say is the context here is about military conquest, and you may know that I'm really reluctant to couch the Christian language in terms of military thinking. Why? Because people like me have used and abused that, sending people out very triumphalistically, judgmentally, in harsh ways. Not at all how Jesus came. I mean, this is Palm Sunday coming up, and Jesus entered in not with great triumphalism, but humble, riding on a donkey, for goodness sake. And so we're supposed to go out in life in very humble ways to love and serve the world. That said, we do face an enemy, not a human one, albeit this one's a pathogen. But nevertheless, this is a great passage to help us think about what does it mean practically to live by faith. So just as Joshua is about to go in and conquer the promised land, God says to him, "Be strong and courageous. Do not tremble or be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." There it is, Emmanuel, just like we talked about this past Sunday, God's presence with us. See, our strength and courage doesn't come from internal resources, but it comes from drawing upon the reality that God himself is with us. When we do that, we can move out in strength and courage. How are we practically supposed to go about doing that? He actually mentions this in the very preceding verse. "Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth, but meditate on it day and night." This book of the law is talking about the Bible, the Scriptures. Meditating on it. What is meditation? Well, it's what we do naturally. We think a lot about things. We obsess about things. A lot of us are obsessing about COVID-19, about the anxiety that we're facing right now. This is saying instead, meditate on the truths of God, the promises of God, that he is with you, and that'll help you to move out in strength. But look, Christianity is never about meditating on mere moralisms. It's rather about leaning into the through line of God's love that you see throughout the Bible. Jesus is the greater Joshua. It's actually the exact same name in the New Testament. Jesus is as Joshua. And it means the Lord saves. See, the great hope of Christianity is not that we're going to go out there and conquer the great enemies, is that Jesus already went through the wilderness and conquered the ultimate enemy for us. There's a great line in a song by Florence and the Machine that says it's hard to dance with the devil on your back. Maybe you feel that way right now. There's just so many devils, so to speak, on your back. It's very hard to dance, very hard to be free and alive. But as a Christian, we can take confidence in this reality that Jesus himself has gone through the wilderness for us. He has fought the ultimate battle all the way to the cross for you and me. And by leaning into that promise of ultimate love for us, we can practice the presence of God and move out in strength. I hope that's helpful for you. Hey, join me tomorrow, Wednesday, for Instagram Live time at 1 p.m. Central Time. Thanks.